Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the real story of Starbucks, a journey that started with a single store and turned into a global coffee empire. But here's the twist. It wasn't an overnight success. It's a story of passion, risk-taking, and a lot of caffeine. So grab your favorite drink and let's get into it. It all began in 1971 in Seattle, Washington. Three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Bowker, opened a small store called Starbucks. But back then, they weren't even selling coffee. They sold high-quality coffee beans and equipment. Their inspiration? A love for dark roasted coffee, inspired by Alfred Peet, the founder of Peet's Coffee. Fun fact, the name Starbucks came from the classic novel Moby Dick, a nod to the seafaring tradition of coffee traders. But here's the kicker. The original Starbucks logo? It was a twin-tailed mermaid, or a siren, symbolizing the allure of coffee. Fast forward to 1982, when a young man named Howard Schultz walked into Starbucks as the director of retail operations. Schultz had a vision inspired by a trip to Italy, where he fell in love with the culture of espresso bars. He saw Starbucks not just as a store, but as a third place, a community hub between home and work. But when he pitched the idea of serving coffee in stores, the founders said no. They didn't want to dilute their brand. So what did Schultz do? He took a risk. He left Starbucks and started his own coffee house chain, Il Giornale. And guess what? 2 years later, he bought Starbucks for $3.8 million. Talk about a plot twist. Under Schultz's leadership, Starbucks began to grow fast. By 1992, they went public, and by the late 1990s, they were opening a new store every workday. But it wasn't just about coffee. Starbucks created an experience. From the cozy interiors to the personalized cups, they made people feel at home. As Schultz once said, "We are not in the coffee business serving people. We are in the people business serving coffee." And that philosophy paid off. By 2000, Starbucks had over 3,500 stores worldwide. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. In 2008, Starbucks faced a crisis. The financial recession hit hard and the company was overexpanding. Schultz, who had stepped down as CEO, returned to save the ship. He closed underperforming stores, retrained baristas, and refocused on quality. In his book, Onward, How Starbucks Fought for Its Life Without Losing Its Soul, Schultz wrote, "The hardest thing about being a leader is demonstrating or showing vulnerability. When the leader is vulnerable and willing to admit mistakes, it creates a safe environment for others to do the same. And that vulnerability, it saves Starbucks." Today, Starbucks is more than just a coffee chain. It's a symbol of innovation and resilience. From introducing mobile ordering to committing to sustainability, like their goal to become resource positive, they've stayed ahead of the curve. As of 2023, Starbucks operates over 36,000 stores in 80 countries, serving millions of customers every day. And it all started with a simple idea: to share great coffee with the world. So what's the takeaway from Starbucks' story? It's this: success isn't about avoiding risks. It's about taking them, learning from failures, and staying true to your vision. As Howard Schultz once said, "Dream more than others think practical. Expect more than others think possible." If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and let me know in the comments. What's your favorite Starbucks drink? Mine's a caramel macchiato. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.